Well, hello, my beautiful gems. This is Maria from the Guided Gem, and I'm here to do the daily guidance. My beautiful gems, today I was guided to use again the blind spot oracle cards, and it's really interesting. So when I meditate, I shuffle the deck and I ask Spirit to give me just one card for today. And the card that came up, funny enough, it's card number 10. So today we're going to talk about denial, okay? And I think for the collective here, this is going to be a very powerful message, and this should help you let go. So a lot of us are always having this challenge of letting go, and I believe that the message from this card is going to help you to finally let go. Okay, so yes, I am going to read from the book, not the entire book, but just so that you get the major points of this card. Okay, so you are currently in denial in the situation. The question is, what are you avoiding, admitting to, or accepting? Denial is refusing to accept or admit the truth of the reality of something unpleasant. An example of this is a person who has been left by their spouse and who continues to think and speak and act as if they are just on vacation. When we can't deal with change or eliminate something painful in order to avoid despair, we simply deny whatever is painful. But it is a powerfully unconscious state of being, because to slip into denial, a person has to stop seeing, feeling, and hearing any proof to contradict it. At some level, they have to go into a bubble so as to not be reached by the proof of the world. How interesting is that, my beautiful gems? You might think that denial is a good tool. After all, if someone can ignore proof in a law of attraction based universe and focus on what they want to be true, they will manifest that into reality instead, right? Wrong. Denial is a state of resistance and suppression. And I think yesterday's daily guidance was about resistance. So go back and check out yesterday's daily guidance if you haven't listened to it, and that will help you understand your fears and your resistance as well. Okay, it is pushing against what is unwanted. It is a refusal to accept something. It is a war with what is, and whatever we resist persists. Keep in mind that denial is not just about denying that there is a problem. Some people see there is a problem, but their denial comes in the form of minimizing the impact it has on their lives, excusing it, forgetting it, or rationalizing it. Denial does not work because unless you know where you actually are, you cannot know where you want to be, and you can't take the appropriate steps between here and there. The lurking shadow underneath the denial is that the person who is in denial knows in some place inside himself or herself that they are lying to themselves. So my beautiful gems, are you in denial? The question is here, are you in denial? And if you are, it's time to end that. Number 10 is all about endings, okay? Acceptance is the opposite of denial and avoidance. What does it mean to accept something? To accept is to recognize something as valid or correct. Doing this makes your being consent to receiving it and digesting it as truth, instead of fighting to not acknowledge it and not take it in. Acceptance has nothing to do with condoning something or condemning something. It has nothing to do with whether you want to change something or not. It is simply about being able to acknowledge something as valid enough to let that acknowledgement in, instead of fight to keep it out. So if this card, the message today would be to take a look at the situation and ask yourself, what am I unwilling to accept about the situation? Why am I unwilling to accept that? If I accept that, what would it mean or what bad thing would happen. So my beautiful gems, the message I think is really important. And if you are in denial, and this is probably what's blocking you from your future self, it's blocking you from accepting the facts of your situation and moving on. So accepting, letting go, and moving on. This will allow you to bring in new love, your new financial situation. So if you were codependent on your partner who has left you, then this can help you to move on by accepting the situation. Okay, instead of being in denial. A lot of us are stuck in this subconscious goal. We let ourselves believe something that is actually not even true anymore. It's been done. It's over. It's in the past, and we're stuck on it. And we keep ourselves in this freeze frame of a life, something we call life, which is not even living. So the message here is to completely let go, okay? Stop being in denial, accept the truth for what it is, and move on. It's time to allow yourself to love again, bring new financial things, see who your true friends are, see how your children have grown while you were in a sleep zone because you were in denial. Okay, look how much you've missed. Your kids went on and started living and doing things, and your friends have moved on and new things are happening in their life, but not you because you're in denial. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do a tarot reading because I think the message is something that you really need to focus on. And I think you need to ask yourself those questions as a homework. Let me go back to those questions. And I think this is something that you really need to ask yourselves to help you move on, okay? So the questions would be, there are questions. So instead of avoiding your fear, you need to face it. Otherwise, nope. Card number 10. I'm so sorry. I'm reading the wrong one. So here are the questions. What am I unwilling to accept about this situation? So whatever your personal situation is in your life, right? Why am I unwilling to accept that? Why are you unwilling? You need to, and you know what, if you do have a journal, I strongly invite you to put these questions down in your journal. And even if you can't answer them today, I just want you to plant those seeds in your mind. And when you start thinking about it and you feel like you have an answer, write them down. Even if it's not the full answer, just write down what you're feeling, what you're thinking, and eventually you will have that aha moment, okay? And the next question is, if I accept that, what would it mean, or what bad thing would happen? So that is your homework, my beautiful gem. But I am going to give you some advice and see what comes out of I'm going to go to the Gilded Reverie Lenormand deck, okay? Well, a card already came out. Yes. Okay, Spirit is doing the Spirit thing again, really. Okay, so, ooh, look at this. So answer that question, journal it, okay? It's really important to really go deep within yourself, go into your subconscious mind and try and figure out what the answers to those questions are. And you know what? The funny thing is, this is a commitment to yourself, to doing this work, letting go and no longer being in denial. Like completing this journey is definitely going to what? It's going to completely transform your life. This is the snake. The snake talks about, a complete transformation. But a lot of people say that this is the betrayal card. This is, you got to be careful what's out there. Someone's trying to lie, betray you or whatever. But it also means, and especially in this message for you today, everyone knows that a snake will shed its skin every year. So Spirit is telling you right now, once you are no longer in denial and you finally let go of your story, of the chatter that's in your mind, it is time to shed that old skin and completely transform your life. What a beautiful message. My beautiful gems, I hope you enjoyed this reading. With Teal Swan, she sees these images and connects with spirit, and she writes the meaning of this symbol. So if this symbol resonates with you, then take a screenshot and connect with this image. This should help you as well. Okay, so she's really strong on that. Well, there you have it, my beautiful gems. This is your daily guidance. I think it's a really important part of your journey, and I truly hope that this helps you. And if it does, please write me a comment, just as simple as thank you or I got it. Anything that is just a couple words, I'm more than happy just to hear that. That tells me that you're understanding the message and you're doing the work. And if you want to show me some love, then I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And for those who have, thank you. I am truly grateful. Like my videos, and please share it with everyone you know who needs to hear this. And until the next reading, I'm sending you love and light.